Until one has loved an animal, wrote the journalist and author Anatole France, a part of one's soul remains unawakened. There is no evidence Donald Trump has ever loved an animal. If Trump has ever in his life had a pet, wrote Gail Collins of the New York Times, his campaign doesn't know about it. There's some question, in fact, about whether he's ever even had an animal friend. In fact, none of the books about Trump, including his own, seem to refer to a pet dog. The co-author or ghostwriter of The Art of the Deal, Tony Schwartz, told me he has never heard Trump reference a pet as adult or child. Google it, fact check it, do a Nexus Lexus search on it, you come up blank, save for an apocryphal story about him tweeting, asking for prayers for a Labrador named Spinny. There were no tweets, no entreaties, and for all we can determine, no Spinny. A man running to lead a nation of 324 million people, and while we're at it, 78 million dogs, and as many cats, or more. And there are solid reasons to believe he has never had a dog. Never had a dog. But it's worse than just that, isn't it? July 2015, I hear that Sleepy Eyes Chuck Todd will be fired like a dog. October 2015, wow, great news. I hear Eric Erickson of Red State was fired like a dog. December, Glenn Beck got fired like a dog. This January, union leader refuses to comment as to why they were kicked out of the ABC News debate, like a dog. 12 days later, Brent Bizzell, one of the National Review lightweights, came to my office begging for money like a dog. Huh? When was the last time you saw a dog begging for money in an office? February. Well, was Ted Cruz disloyal to his very capable director of communication? He used him as a scapegoat, fired like a dog. March, Eric Erickson again. Got fired like a dog from Red State. 11 days after that, David Gregory got thrown off TV by NBC, fired like a dog. June, Mitt Romney had his chance to beat a failed president, but he choked like a dog. Huh? What the hell's wrong with this guy? Fired like a dog? Have you ever fired a dog? He's also said that Egyptian President Mubarak was dropped like a dog, that Reverend Wright was dumped like a dog, that Mark Cuban was thrown off television like a dog, that Kristen Stewart cheated on Robert Pattinson like a dog. And worst of all, he said that during a Republican debate, he saw Senator Marco Rubio sweating like a dog. Dogs don't sweat. I mean, in theory, they could get fired or cheat on or beg for money or get dropped, dumped, kicked out, thrown off television, but they physically can't sweat. Donald Trump has no understanding of this. No evidence he's ever had a dog. No evidence he understands even the kinds of basics that people who don't have dogs still know about dogs. What the hell? Is he from Mars? Look, until 4 years ago last week, I had never had a dog. Allergies as a kid, never at home as an adult, never thought myself mature enough to assume the responsibility. And then it happened. And it didn't change me much. I only got one more dog and got two other dogs from my girlfriend's parents and started working with a rescue shelter for injured and sick dogs and started giving out dog books for Christmas and saw that most of human behavior was easily explained by watching dogs and called all my dog world friends from before I was blessed and asked, why didn't you tell me? And I realized that dogs explain enough of the meaning of life that you don't need to know any of the other possible meanings of life. No biggie. I was just born again. And Donald Trump, no dog, as Anatole France said, part of his soul unawakened. Even so, this was still just philosophy. And then the Trump campaign put out, and almost as quickly pulled back, a proposal to eliminate what it called the FDA food police, citing as one of its supposed government overreaches that it, quote, even dictates the nutritional content of dog food. Well, it does dictate the nutritional content of dog food. It dictates the nutritional content of dog food so the dog food does not kill the dogs. As the Daily Beast reported, in the last year, 11 of the 23 FDA pet food recalls were to remove poisoned pet food from shelves to save dogs' lives. And Donald Trump, who tweets, fired like a dog, cheated on like a dog, begged for money like a dog, and all the other insults as his go-to insult, as if being a dog were somehow a bad thing. Donald Trump has given a hint that if elected, he would protect a businessman's right to poison dogs. Maybe your dogs, maybe mine, maybe any of the other 78 million because, you know, profits. Hey, Don, fuck you. That's The Closer. I'm Keith Olbermann. Watch this space.